counting numbers and stuff. We got a full-on production today, team. I'm telling you, everybody, we got Santiago in the back of the house. Santiago, say hi. Hi. He is managing camera and lights and all that good stuff. We got Miss Allie right now across multiple screens, and she is checking everything once and twice because Santa apparently is good buds with her. And we are joined today by a man who has survived it all. He did it for God. Am I screaming too much, guys? Is this too much? I mean, I feel like
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger.
I'm excited to see him. Look at him. What's up, Kevin the Man Thompson?
Yes, I am.
I mean, because that's a lot of framing that we got to do for him. Like, I had a camera, I had to swap it out, get a bigger,
water.
Yeah. All right, and real quick,
next we're doing the fish island.
I think so. It'll make us all like a weird looking. We have immediately next door to him, not quite as lumpy, luscious, and delicious as Kevin.
I'm only slightly fluffy.
Slightly fluffy, not quite there. We got Mike the Man Estrigel, as we say it in Cuban. Estrigel.
That's not the correct.
Are you sure?
100%.
Well, I'm just saying. We'll go back to. We'll circle back to that. Immediately to my right hand of God, as a good buddy of mine says, it is the main man himself, the Irish stallion, looking like he is like Agent 47 from the Hitman. What's up, Seamus Tully?
Yeah, what do you want?
Jesus, what a
can't
rude
be 47 because he got hair.
What a rude guy. Lord bless it. And about to join us in just a few seconds, it is the main man himself from Stogie Road Cigars. It is Kerry, Horney. Let's bring him on board and let's see how he looks. Hopefully he looks great.
There he is.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Kay? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Dude, if
Appreciate
I was
you
any
having me
better,
on.
I would be two of you right now. I'm just saying that.
I think
No. He's not that, but he's a big guy too. He's a big guy. You know,
large mammal.
Kerry's got a lot that goes for him.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Sir, how you doing?
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you celebrate, holidays, New Year's.
It's
been a crazy year.
Manhunter Day.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm just saying, Martian Manhunter Day, and I'm celebrating it.
Today is Festivus. Do you know that? Today is the official day of Festivus.
Yeah.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Has everybody got their poll for that?
Festivus. What is that?
Festivus. A Festivus for the rest of us. We're going to do the airing of grievances.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
And then I can't wait to see you four do the feats of strength.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Feats of strength.
Yes. I will bow out of that one, please.
Listen, I don't know.
You're a secret weapon.
I don't know
Come on,
where that's gonna go because I got zero strength. Wow, Allie, by the way, I want to say kudos to Allie. Allie nailed this. We got this done so nicely. Look, behind us is the wallpaper with our three mugs. Hopefully they don't recognize us from the stuff that's at the post office. We got Kerry. Kerry, you look amazing, man. Lord bless it. Does Jennifer,
you guys look great, man.
Looking?
Nah, man. She's I look this good because of her. You guys look great, man. Look at the background. Looks like you got a. Is that a?
We tried to get the camera.
Is it a fireplace?
Yeah, neither one of the cameras could get everything, bro. There's a lot of stuff.
Tell you, man. It looks great, though. I love the setup. You guys look awesome. Fantastic.
This is gonna be our God willing, and I'm super excited about that. You know, to let everybody know right now, this is gonna be the studio environment where we're gonna be doing Los Tres Maduros henceforth. I'm super stoked about that. I wanted to do something that the guys would also like, that they would, the transition from working in the shop and doing it in the shop to doing this in this new studio would be comfortable and easy for them. But it shows our love of cigars, of tobacco, of good quality brands. It segue, because I'm stoked about this.
Yeah.
What is all this hubbubaloo about Sandela? Have you guys heard about that? Sandela?
Sandela?
Oh, we've heard about Candela.
Sandela.
Wow. Sandela, man. I'm excited.
Sandela. Well, first of all, what are you guys drinking tonight? I'm drinking Nights Like These. It's a local brewery, and they actually have some pretty good beer here over in Taylor's. What are you guys drinking tonight?
Would you please bring me the beautiful. So Seamus, I don't know. I mean, for Mike and I
just realized what was on the front of that.
yes, I told him I would kill him. There's an inside joke about me and pineapples. Apparently, I'm part of the swinger community. Who the heck knows? So
Yes, the pineapples outside the door does not mean welcome. It means welcome.
yeah, exactly. That's scary. So Seamus got these beautiful, beautiful cigar carrying cases. He's also doing pinstripe work. So he did
If you notice yours,
mine.
the leaves come off with a pineapple with the lid of yours.
Look at that, man. I'm saying this kid's an artist.
Is this a drink?
Yeah, no, wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay.
So a little unscrew cap. Cheers.
Oh,
Look at that.
nice.
There you go.
Cheers.
Mm.
Seamus looks like you should have a Tommy gun, man.
I'm
That's
telling
a
you,
good look for you, bro.
So
this guy's like the Hitman Agent 47 over here.
That is a fantastic look for you. I should give you my hat. You should have a Tommy gun.
And I got 2 cigars in there, which I'm excited. Oh my
guess,
God.
guess what cigars they are?
They are Donanolis. My man, look at you. I ain't gonna be upset about that at all.
Naturals.
The best cigars.
Los naturales. Los naturales.
So you're drinking liquor from a cigar tube.
So what it is, it's
It's awesome.
It's a flask that holds 2 cigars.
Oh.
So it holds 2 ounces of whiskey and then 2 cigars right beside it. It is all flat on both sides. So I figured to myself, what can I do that's kind of different, kind of special just for these 2 guys, my best friends? So I pinstriped it for them. Something I actually really enjoyed to do is Allie was right beside me. Yeah.
Oh God! Don't do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Allie, I'm right here. My right can just go chop. He almost said a name that cannot be. Why am I looking? I'm looking down here. He almost said something that he cannot be. I was looking down here like, where the hell?
In my defense,
That's some pretty strong 2 ounces, Duncan. Slow down.
Yeah, no, I was moving my feet. I thought he was going to puke over here.
Hey, real quick in Spanish, because we have Sierra Varas just joined us.
See, hold on.
Buenas noches, gracias por estar con nosotros. Este es el Maduro, los 3 Maduros. Estamos aquí hoy miércoles por la noche con Seamus, con Mike, Kevin Thompson, y está acompañándonos en este momento a través de las cámaras Kerry Horney of Stogie Road Cigars. So, muchas gracias, Asier. Que Dios te bendiga. Thank you very much, Asier.
Hola.
Very well-known reviewer in Europe, supreme friend to the Fuentes, an amazing individual. Thank you, Asier, por estar mirando. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I need to stop drinking.
Welcome.
me too.
Yeah, man.
Before I get stabbed.
Yeah.
So now that we've established that you're drinking the 2 ounces, and I love that concept, Seamus, the cigars with that. What are you smoking tonight?
So I'm going to be smoking. I got something that for the 3 of us that we were going to be experimenting as well. A good friend of ours told me about a company called the American Viking. I think that's what it's called.
American Viking.
They are affiliated with the guys who do Cigars Daily. And he gave us a little sampler pack to talk about them, to smoke them, to see what we like. In this case, actually, I didn't have one, so I gave Mike a CAO Brasilia.
I get left out again.
You get left out again.
You, apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
well, listen, you know. Sorry, Mikey. There we go.
She gave me a Rialto. I got one that you had.
Well, that's true. And then you're smoking the
Box Press Rebellion.
Botch Press Rebellion because he's slightly on the rebellious side. So something different. I've never smoked this. I really wanted to try something completely out of my portfolio of smokes. I've heard good things about it.
Not working very well.
This is not working really well. Oh my God! It's okay. It's okay. We got a big one.
You guys all right? You got a big one?
We got
Well,
a.
some of us are. We're not sure about him yet.
He's about to light the room on fire.
Yeah. You know, I told Seamus when he said that there's a little piece of cedar inside that. I said, yeah, it's called a split. He goes, well, I know that as something else. And I go, yeah.
When you say
Yeah.
spliff and when I say spliff,
Two
it's
different things.
things.
Two very different things.
That's no spliff.
These kids, man. Then Kevin Thompson, unfortunately, cannot join us today. He got out of the hospital how long ago, Kevin?
Saturday.
Saturday. He had a stint placed in your heart.
Yes, I did.
We're very glad he's still with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, glad to see you're sitting there and enjoying the evening.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Eventually, I'm going to make it down to your place, one way or another.
You're always welcome.
A long procession behind you.
That's Stogie Road. Office / lounge that he has is really, really nice.
Slash everything.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's awesome. Hey, Kerry, so let's circle back, man, because I'm really interested in you telling everybody and telling the guys, Sandela is the 4th blend that you've come out with? Is that about right?
Yes, it is. We, as you are aware, and Duncan, I know with Don Unoli and throughout the years, you know, the support of Stogie Road Cigars with the Edition 35. You know, that was our first release a couple of years ago. And then earlier in the year, at the end of last year, we wanted to release this. We actually, if you recall, the press release was we were going to release a Candela, Connecticut called the Sweetgrass Gringo, which we did.
Right.
And then we were going to launch its sister blend. It did not have a name at the time. Well, as you know, turn of the new year, COVID, but I mean, everything just kind of, you know, threw monkey wrenches in everybody's day.
Damn
you know,
you, COVID.
I know that was not, you know, we weren't able to do that because what happened was when the Gringo came out, it had a quick uptake. It really did. I think a lot of folks were surprised at the Candela Connecticut combination with the fillers really hit well. So, looking at the end of the year, I wanted to come out with that. The sister blend, but then also come out with a cigar as an homage to my father, my dad. I don't say my father. I get a cease and desist. My dad.
You call him Dad, I call him Paul.
My dad, Paul.
I love Big Tony, man.
A guy who I learned, you know, I mean, my best friend, a great guy, great father. And I grew up, you know,
also
watching
a cigar guy. Let's say that.
Yes, also a cigar guy,
Yeah.
and a guy who, you know, I grew up was watching, you know, working his butt off. You know, he was, you know, we came from blue collar, you know, family. You know, he was a mechanic. He worked at 3 Mile Island, which is why he still glows in the dark from time to time. You know, did side work. I mean, he was always working, so he really instilled good work ethic and worked hard to help, you know, myself and my brother, you know, get into college, and helped us enough to get into college, but didn't help us enough where we had to finance 70% of our schooling through student loans. But we came out with the Big Tony and then the Sandela, which is the San Andreas Candela Barber Pole.
Kerry,
So I did answer your question there in a very long fashion.
That's really fine. Real quick, I'm going to say hi to some of the guys that have jumped on. Kevin Corbleys, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you was watching. Cavi, the big doctor himself. What's happening?
Hey, Doc.
Merry Christmas.
Good evening.
Lovely. Armin is on.
Armin, DAVs. What's up, Armin?
And Asierabad says he's got an inside release for us. This just happened today. The Arturo Fuente Pink Rare Vintage 1960 series. And I believe that's the one that they affiliated with the breast cancer awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Liana was heavily involved with that production, and so it launched today. I hope and
that's awesome.
That does fantastic, as older stuff does, because it is linked to a beautiful and worthwhile cause. And I want to circle back to the fact that you are now with about 5 pounds of hair less.
Yes,
and I want you to talk about that. But let's continue with the Sandela and what's going on right now with Stogie Road.
This is the barber pole haircut.
Oh, look at that!
So yeah,
you and Seamus look like you guys are like professional hitmen.
I got to tell you, without the hair, it's. I mean, even though it's cold, it feels so much better. I was done. So yeah, last Sunday we did the Cares Cut for a Cure. Donated my hair to Wigs for Kids. and we're still donating through Cares Cut for a Cure. If you Google it, we're collecting. Our goal is to hit 5,000. We're almost there. We had a great event about not this past Sunday, but a Sunday prior. I had a lot of folks on, a lot of great giveaways, and just a lot of selfless, people donating and just spending as much time as they can. So we appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten from everybody who donated, all those who contributed, the different prizes.
Have a who's who list of folks who supported, sponsored, and have donated.
Yeah, it was a fantastic time. That was really, humbling to have so many folks kind of rally to this. As you know, Joseph, our son's he's a leukemia survivor, so that's always.
I love the commercial, by the way, because you hear his little child.
I know, right? Isn't that freaky?
And
I am Joe.
And then this adult, almost puberty has hit him, and he's like, I am Joseph, and I did this. I'm like, man, but he survived. That's a great story. I love Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph for years. What's funny about that? Like, his voice changed like that. It almost changed almost as quickly as it does in the commercial. It was like Friday. It was a Friday, and he was like, his voice was high pitched and scratchy, and he went away for the week, and he came back Sunday, and his voice was deep.
How old was Joseph when he was diagnosed with the cancer?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Joseph is now how old?
15.
15. I'm telling you, that right there, that kid's a beast.
15.
And,
3.5 years of treatment. 3.5 years of treatment. Then 5 years post treatment. So 5 years after you're done, you're considered in remission, and then after 5 years, you're considered a survivor. So tough kid.
God bless
very
them.
much a one of those inspiring individuals that at his age, just is an incredible kid. So we had a great time, and we had a lot of fun. And raised a great deal of money. We're still not done to the end of the year, and then if we hit $5,000, we're going to do another raffle into 2021. Start the year off right. We have a bunch more prizes. I'm amazed at how many more people are reaching out to me to donate some more prizes. So all those who donate $10 or more, your name will be thrown into a barrel, and we will draw it.
And that's a wonderful thing. So anybody who's watching this, please definitely, we're going to go ahead and share this in every cigar group that we are involved with. Also, if you guys want to reach out directly to Kerry, the Stogie Road website, what is it?
You can just if you Google, I'll post it, but all you have to do is Google Cares Cut for a Cure. Right now we are at 45. We're going to be at $4,500. Much thanks to Dave Fishburne down at Boda's Pipes and Cigar Lounge. I stopped in there the other day to see him, and Boda passed along a real nice donation. So
Nice.
he's a fantastic guy, Duncan. You know Dave.
I love those guys. By
Really,
the way,
that whole place is great, man. One of the most, genuinely good human beings.
how long has Dave been in business in the greater?
I think they've been in business like 40 years. I think
Wow.
he's third generation.
That's a beast right there, guys.
If you're a pipe smoker,
oh yeah, he's the
Boda's
best.
is like, they're well known.
They're
they're
iconic.
fantastic.
By the way, real quick, I'm
What's up, Bones?
I'm witnessing something right now. Your hair looks fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Allie has just
Oh,
undone.
Allie. What
She
the hell, man?
had her warrior maiden, and she undid it. And her, listen, I don't care what you're thinking right now. I don't care. Your hair looks fabulous. Good Lord bless it.
Why don't you go touch her skin?
I just might. She does have this glowing, beautiful skin. I just might. I'm just saying, there's only one girl right now in like this sausage fest of dudes.
You can have a hug.
All my attention, I would hug Kevin, but I can't wrap my arms around him. He's like a damn, Lord. I'm not saying Kevin's big. I'm not saying he's big.
I think that's what you're saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm saying. But listen, real quick, guys. That cigar, you like it? You said you've had it before. What are your thoughts on it, real quick? And we'll just go down this way, and then we'll go back to Kerry.
I enjoy it a lot. I always enjoy a box press. I don't I don't know why. It's just a little different. It's not quite the norm of a regular, like a Porto or a.
Wait till you smoke the Big Tony box press, but continue. I'm just saying, go ahead, continue.
It's actually a little bit smoother than what you would think.
Okay.
I should have paid more attention to it.
It's
but,
okay, man. Listen, it's not a big thing.
profile.
It's not a big thing.
He's distracted from all the conversations about the hair and the skin.
Yeah, it's a hair thing. It's a hair. You know, let me see. Mike, what you say, Allie?
That's really soft.
And the hair, she says, it's really soft. Lord, now I'm gonna have to like get up and go touch the hair or something or other. I'm not gonna get up and touch the hair. I'm not. God, he's so violent. This kid is so violent over here. Mike, how are you liking? Have you ever had a CL Brasilia?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Are you liking it?
I am, very much.
That's a good cigar.
What do you like about it?
Obviously, the flavor.
Obviously,
Otherwise,
I'm just done. I gotta ask.
I like the fact that it burns.
It's got tobacco in it, and somehow it's burning.
It's on fire.
I mean, it leaves nice round burn marks.
There you go. I'm smoking the Filthy Viking, and let me tell you,
The hell is
This
Filthy
thing-
Viking?
yeah, it's not even I keep wanting to put this up right on the screen. This cigar has got some kick, man.
Who makes the Filthy Viking?
They're called American Viking. It is a business that originated right out of Cigar Dailies, that store.
Mm-hmm.
And they created different little brands that were sold there. They started to branch out. They're very almost like if you hear about it, you want to almost smoke them because there's nothing negative being said about this group of guys. Good smoke. It's like the David stuff and the Old Virginia. They have their own little brands.
Yeah.
Good stuff right here, man. Really, this thing's got a kick.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davidoff in Old Virginia, they got some really nice house blends, man. They got some really nice house
Do
blends.
you know anything about the blend?
I know that it's tobacco, and that's what I know about the blend.
Tobacco.
It's
Way to
good.
do your research.
It's tobacco. This is my first time diving into the cigar, believe it or not.
You mean it's not a split?
It's not a spliff. It's most definitely not a spliff. Let me get that out of there, so that the sponsors and everybody knows that it's not a split. I mentioned, you already said this. You need to stop laughing, Kerry. You're a bad influence.
I listen.
Okay, I gotta say, there's a
Good
reason
for
he's
glaucoma. Legalize it.
There you go, get it, baby, get it.
Don't criticize it.
Oh my God.
There's something different about tonight.
Well, yes, you look like you showered.
For the first time, yes.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not wearing my sunglasses.
Well, yeah,
I did not think he was going to say sunglasses.
No, no, dude, what's going on? What's happening tonight?
This is different.
I like that. Different is good.
Like you
Different
came
is
from a
good.
wedding.
No, I'm telling you that. No, every time I see, dude, he's
It
got
was a
more.
funeral.
Kerry, he's got like
Jeff?
more weapons on him than he should.
Actually, no, yes.
Nice. Jeff from Rolling Stogies. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Good to see you.
Yeah, there you go, Jeff. What's going on, man?
I was on private chat, so when you were talking about everybody earlier, I was like, oh, well, what the hell? Why am I not seeing this stuff? Oh,
And
it's right, I'm
there's
not
my
commenting.
good friend Bruce Bush. He does beautiful little videos. We've had
Everybody
him,
likes
Hi, Bruce.
we had him on the
Not everybody
show.
likes Bush.
Well, I think it's some Bush here, some Bush
Quite
there.
a fan of Bush.
Not bad. Johanny Quintana is on. Dulce Jimenez, MCJ. Thank you. And Bones is on watching. Thank you, Bones.
Yeah, Bones, I saw it. John, what's up,
listen.
John?
You mentioned something, and I want to go back to it. And you brought up the fact that Seamus, that you like box press. So the Big Tony is the name that Kerry's dad was called. That's what he heard all the time, girl. So what's the Big Tony? What is it about?
Is it a big honker,
I don't
as
think
Duncan likes to say?
What's that?
he's asking if the Big Tony is a big honker, like I like to say.
No, it's not. It's not a big honker. You know
Not a
what?
big
One would
honker.
think
What's
so,
wrong
right?
with you?
That should, like, if you have a name like the Big Tony, it should be like a 6x60, right?
It's a semi-decent honker. Let's call it that. Semi-decent.
Let's put it this way, just so I could, because I'd say this, it's not a honker in size, it's a honker in flavor.
Yes, I gotta refresh my palate here. Just,
Size doesn't matter.
It never does. It never it does.
It's the lie I tell myself every day. It's all the way. It's all the way it performs. It's all the way it performs.
It takes a long time to get to England in a rowboat. All right.
Yeah. Well, no, the Big Tony. Actually, you know, we do have the Edition 35, the Gringo, the Sandal, and the Big Tony. We do have the 60 6 by 50 box press. The Big Tony wanted to get a flavor profile that's a little bit more on the strength and flavor on the opposite end of like the Gringo. So I think the Edition 35, when we came out with that really hit that middle. It is something, a cigar that a newer cigar smoker can enjoy and an experienced cigar smoker can enjoy. But I wanted something that was going to be full-bodied and lots of flavor, and that's where we did the San Andreas and Habano Maduro barber pole.
Hey,
Yes.
You got a fan. You know, Jeff DeCenso says box press is king. With a box press, it won't roll off your car dash.
What's one of the tales about the box press was that they had them on a ship, so when the ships would sway back and forth, it wouldn't roll off the tables. Don't know how true that is, but that's what came with the Big Tony. You know, it's full bodied. It's got some great Nicaraguan and Honduran tobacco in the filler.
Strength profile, medium plus. Full,
I would say it's probably medium plus to full.
Nice. So
Yeah.
it's got some good kick, maybe. What would you pair the Big Tony with? Let's say something that you've had it with, and you're like, man, this really made a great synergy with this cigar, and I love it.
Sub, maybe?
Meatball Sub says, my good buddy Mike Striegel.
Since it is a stronger cigar, I wouldn't go for the meatball sub, and I'd probably go for more like a chicken parm.
No? Did you have dinner before coming here or not? Are you still hungry? Lord bless it. Meatball Sub.
No. You see, that's where you're wrong. It's a stronger cigar. You don't want to do a dark meatball. If you want to pair it, you want to pair it with a chicken parm.
There we
A
go.
little chicken bar.
Little chicken parm, so you get a good balance of flavors. But you know me, Duncan. I always go to my favorite coffee. I had like a latte or a flat white from Starbucks. It's fantastic. If you're gonna drink it, I've had it with Scotch. It's a great pairing with Scotch.
You know, that's my love right there.
Some whiskeys. I mean, I just would avoid like this beer I'm drinking tonight. Nights like this is a very dark beer. It's more of a porter, and I'm smoking the Edition 35 because that has a little bit more complexity. It's not as dark. I think this would be too much to drink when you're smoking a full-bodied, stronger cigar like that. So I would avoid any type of porters, even lagers, anything that's a little bit more. And this is my opinion, of course.
Right.
Whenever I smoke a full-bodied cigar like that, if I drink anything that's got the caramels and the porters and the richer syrupy flavored beers, it's just too much for me. I usually will drink like an IPA, something a little bit hoppier.
Nice. Kevin, you literally, I know that because everything you've gone through, but you showed me something which I think I mentioned it to the guys. I had never seen this. Now maybe Kerry, you've had this or you've seen it. It's Iron Maiden has a beer.
Yeah, I've had it. I've had it down in Greenville.
Yeah,
the Trooper.
Have you tried the Sun and Steel?
No, I had the Trooper.
Yeah.
I think was what I had when I was down in Greenville a couple years ago, and it was pretty good.
Beer? Is that like a heavy beer?
Yeah, it's an English beer, especially the Sun and Steel, because instead of using regular yeast, they use sake yeast, so it gives it a little bit of sake on the back.
Wow, I got to try that.
Oh,
I was a fan of Iron Maiden too.
Me too.
That's my brother-in-law's favorite band.
Margaret Thatcher, she's amazing. She was England's greatest prime minister.
Yes.
I haven't given a fuck about what England says.
Wrong Iron Maiden.
Wrong Iron Maiden.
Yeah, wrong Iron
It's
Maiden.
okay though.
They called her the Iron Maiden too. You didn't know that?
Yeah,
They did.
I did.
You
You obviously have never heard any music by Iron Maiden.
I heard that they had rock and roll. That's what they called the kids.
Duncan, you want me to sing you a song?
No, don't say.
Okay, I was gonna offer.
So
You want me to make you disappear? Full bottle of nitro.
So
I sound like Margaret Thatcher. So my,
all right. So apparently, Seamus has nothing against the English. Apparently, since 1776, we've
75.
75. You've had some issues with them, so it's okay, man. They're, they're good people. They're all right. Apparently, he's giving them the finger.
ever since 1776, that's the spirit.
75 when the Marine Corps was formed.
No, 76
Gotcha.
Spirit of 76. Ah, look at that. Little spirit.
We're just a little
But
better.
We're just a little bit better than you guys, and we're gonna just keep it there. We're gonna keep it there. Man, I'll tell you what, that Tullamore, which is what I'm drinking, and I think Mike does what we're
Ooh,
drinking.
nice.
Tullamore with this cigar, dude, it's a beast of a pairing. It's fantastic.
So
just about anything.
Fantastic.
when I went to the liquor store, I had a bottle of Jameson in my hand. I was like, that's not right.
That's
I
not
put
right.
it back and
It's
I
not
grabbed the Tullamore and I was like, that feels a lot
That's
better.
right. But I don't mean this in a weird way. Patties,
You do.
you guys got me hooked on patties. It's an inexpensive Irish whiskey. It's great entry level.
Yeah.
$25 for the bottle. It's
Ain't
absolutely a very nice, lighter Irish whiskey, which I think allows you to get more flavors out of the cigars. I love it.
It doesn't have as much peat flavor in it.
Yeah. I agree with that. But I look more for the peat when it comes to the scotches. They're
Oof.
very famous for that. But
Man, I can't stand a peaty scotch.
No, man.
really,
That's brutal, man.
I'm a huge fan of
It's like
Lafroy.
taking a handful of moss and just shoving it in your mouth.
I love it, dude.
But try to drink firewood.
I think it was what is
That's I
it?
feel about the Kentucky Fire Cured tobacco. I mean, I don't mean that in a weird way.
No,
No,
I can't smoke those.
I had one of those. The first time I had it, I wasn't a fan. And then I had it a second time. And
The
it's smaller.
KFCs, the Kentucky Fire Cured ones.
No,
No, you just
Scotch.
the Scotch.
Scotch.
cigar.
The cigar. So it's called
Cigars.
KFC, Kentucky Fire Cured.
I thought you were talking about actually like KFC, like the chicken.
No.
Yes.
Although it may have been a lot better to do that.
The
So
wing, the legs are better than the wings.
No,
They are.
Monkey Shoulder is fantastic.
monkey
By the
shoulder
way,
is great. I've had monkey
Chef
shoulder.
DeCenzo says that.
I finished that off.
I think it's Dalwhinnie, isn't it? Is that one of the
I
peatier
love
scotches?
the Dalwhinnie, man. That's really, really good.
Man, I don't know. I can't. No,
I'm
thank
a
you.
big fan. There's something about scotches that I think that the heaviness, that peatiness, that robust aspect of them. I love throwing heavy cigars against them. They're just made for that. Personally speaking, that's just my choice.
Well, as far as Scotch goes, I'm not sure if they use brand new barrels or if they use aged barrels. So a lot of Irish whiskeys.
Depends on the scotch.
What's that?
I said it depends on the scotch.
Okay. Well, you can get. So what happens is they char the inside of the barrel, and that seals it.
Yeah,
And then they put the alcohol in
the
it,
alcohol in it.
and then it ferments. So if you use a previously used barrel,
You had
still have
no friends when you were a kid. I swear to God, none. How much information do you store in there, dude?
there's so much rattling around up there. Like, you have no
I
idea.
swear to God, he knows this stuff like he lived it.
What? Who are you?
It's like he talks about this, Kerry, like he was there doing the process of this stuff.
He's an informed and educated young man, and I think it comes across even better when he's dressed like that.
I'm scared of him, man. It's like this kid. I'm telling you, had
Seamus,
no,
have you noticed nobody's interrupted you when you're talking because of the I think it's the vest.
yeah, it's like when he starts talking, we all just shut the hell up.
He reminds me of a high school teacher.
A high school marm, a very masculine high school marm,
Because I'm tired. I don't know what a mark is.
a female teacher.
Okay. Anyway, fuck you. But if you have a previously used barrel that you aged whiskey in, you'll have some of the flavors left over
Yeah.
from the previous whiskey. So a lot of times, I know Lead Slinger's whiskey uses brand new barrels, so you get a very heavy smoke out of it. Whereas
Right.
if you have a previously used barrel, you'll get less of the smoke and a little bit more of the whiskey flavor.
Yeah.
Southern Distillery uses new barrels every time too. They actually sell their barrels.
Southern Distillery
Yeah.
is right up the road from us, about maybe 4 or 5 miles. It's a local distillery here in Statesville. So if you're ever up here, man, it's a fun stop in there.
Conviction does.
I look at
Conviction makes me want to kill myself.
conviction is fantastic.
Well, Duncan, when I had the 8-year-old Doers that was finished in mezcal barrels.
Mezcal. So they actually.
So I had 8-year-old Scotch finished in this mezcal barrels, and when you drank it, it had that nice Scotch flavor, but it was so smooth because it finished off with a little bit of that kind of tequila-y type finishing with a little bit of lime too.
Thank you, Santiago. God bless you, brother. Hey, be safe out there, man. Santiago has just left the building, everybody.
He's on his side.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Sorry, we were just saying goodbye to Santiago.
Goodbye, Adios, Santiago.
Adios, Santiago.
You know what adios means?
To God.
No.
It means to God. Adios, to God. No, okay. Do tell, Latino. There we go.
It means angels die in outlaw states.
God Almighty! I swear to God, he's like this weird version of like John Stamos. You know, it's like I swear.
But it's the hair soft.
I ain't touching his hair. I ain't touching his hair. The hell with that.
Wait, you won't touch his, but you touch hers? What the hell?
That's like a Gary Busey acronym.
Oh, hang on a second.
Take him up with him, not with me. Woodford Reserve is absolutely fantastic, as Jeff DeCenso also says. I agree with that. I love it.
It's very good.
Yes.
Hey, Kerry, are you a tequila guy at all?
Worm or no worm?
Mm.
He's giggling, which is making me nervous.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm afraid of the answer.
Well, I used to be a tequila guy, but bad things, man. Bad.
Yeah. Well, you know what? On that
The
note,
worms. I mean, it was always, we would get it with or without the worm. But tequila was always, in college and even afterwards. And then I had Cabo, and I've had the
not a fan of Cabo. I've had that.
what's the other tequila?
You're talking about
The expensive one.
the Patron.
Padron. I've had Patron and I've had Cabo Wabo. And when you drink that, you're like, man, this is so good and smooth, but it's deceiving because it goes down so smooth, but it's still tequila.
Well,
And it still has the tequila effect on you, so you're either going to be in a fight or naked, or naked in a fight.
Well, we have a bartender here with us, Allie, at Marty's. What's like the most popular tequila that you guys do, or
Everybody here drinks trash tequila. So
Trash Tequila is an amazing tequila brand. Go ahead.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's just garbage.
Oh, it's just garbage. Okay, there we go.
In
I
other
thought
words,
it was the name of a brand.
No, in other words, cheap tequila.
No.
Oh Lord.
It's Statesville. They're like, oh, what can I get for $2?
$2 tequila, man. I wouldn't even want to clean my
Don Jose tequila.
Like,
not Don Julio, Don Jose, completely different.
Yeah.
no, Toros.
El Toro.
El Toro. Duncan knows it comes in those bottles. It comes in the bottles where if you drop it, it'll bounce back up into your hand.
And if you smell it, you immediately want to vomit.
No.
Yeah.
Like, it smells like you got drunk on tequila, woke up, threw up, and the way that tequila smells
There it
after,
is. Wow.
that's what that tequila is.
So a certified bartender has basically schooled us a little bit. If you want to drink good tequila, don't drink it in Statesville, apparently.
Please don't.
There you go. Or buy your own good bottle. I'm a big fan of Don Julio. I love it. It's a little on the pricier side, but I like it. I like El Avión, which is the airplane one.
I do have that, actually.
Believe it or not, De Leon, and this is not a plug because I'm not a fan of him, but that brand De Leon belongs to Puff Daddy. Now that aside, the tequila is absolutely.
Did you still go by Puff Daddy now?
Or Sean Combs or Pete Diddy, whatever the hell they call him now. I don't care.
Hey, Jeff DeCenzio up at the Rolling Stogies in Pittsburgh says that he makes their own whiskey. He is the quintessential country boy. We make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do.
Hey, that is nothing wrong with that, Jeff.
Jeff, I'm gonna have to touch base with you, man. I'm gonna see if I can snag some of that from you, bro.
We might have to make a road trip and visit. I mean, I'm just saying, there might be a bunch of us all of a sudden showing up and go, Jeff, we're here. What's up? That's scary, but fun.
You may never want to leave Pittsburgh.
Okay, we're going to wait for Kevin to be full throttle again, rocking and rolling, because I just cannot stand having Kevin Thompson. Just, this toned down, man. It's going to be all right.
That's his old law.
But health first.
Yes.
Health Plus first.
Yep.
Ali, on the podcast, are we done or?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, great. So,
Wow, fail.
yeah, no, it's okay, no problem. We'll go back. I'll be sure to save it. It's gonna be okay. If you see it there, just like where the episode was, there's like a little plus mark on this screen. If you click on the plus,
Little behind the scenes thing here going on.
it'll put it on the other doohickey.
Yeah.
And then right below it, there's like a little green dollar sign.
Yeah.
Click on that one,
And tell us how much we made.
and then
0.
just right above it says a save episode, and then just hit save episode, and it'll open up like a big page or something or other, and then that's it. We're good then. Then I can do that stuff afterwards. So thank you again. I'm telling you, it's great to have
Alex, our new producer.
like a real live behind the scenes, and I'm gonna say it again, gorgeous woman. What? Stop, dude! You should be like the luckiest guy on earth. That dudes are like, man.
I'm very lucky.
There you go. I'm just saying.
He's just not amused.
I'm gonna put the gun now on this side.
I'm saying he went about 2 classes above where he's at to get her.
Yes,
It's true.
You leveled up. Serious.
I'm punching so much higher above my weight right now. Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay, but I want to go back. Let's go back to Mr. Kerr Viajante
It's a
himself.
good idea.
I saw
Oh, hey.
the packaging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
Okay, Kerry, I saw new packaging, and I'm deeply, madly in love with the way you're doing this because it gives this kind of like vintage look.
Yes.
You went with this like it's a butcher block format paper, and then these beautiful stickers. What was the inspiration? What was it that said, "Hey, I'm gonna do this"?
Oh, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to kind of. I've always liked the butcher paper look for a while now. A nice 5-pack of cigars, and I wanted to give it a really nice throwback look. And I was messing around on online. I found this setup that I really liked. I made some augmentations to it, and I was using it as kind of like it reminded me of an old 60s or 70s like poster for an announcement of a concert.
Yeah,
And
that was cool.
and I was using it for the show, and I was like, you know what? And I just start messing around one day, and I wanted to kind of have it like a poster, like a billboard of the cigars. Kind of like the shirts that you see for Jack Daniels, where it just has the Jack Daniels logo. So that was the whole concept behind it. And as I start, messing with it, I thought, you know what, this is a great opportunity, especially in the butcher paper. On the ribbon it has the barber pole, the Candela Connecticut, the Habana Maduro, blah blah blah, and I just loved the way it looked, and I wanted to be able to have each one pop with their own personality, their own colors. So it's very easy to identify and spot.
Well, I saw when you posted, there was a picture on social media with all 4, and it was just really, as you said, it really popped out at you. Very unique. I love that because it leaves, like, hey, man, these are the 4 blends. It's a little vintagey look. Like you said, it's like this classic poster concept. Again, it's a little different. I thought it looked more like the old baseball like advertisements. It reminded me a little bit of that 1920s, 1940s advertisements for baseball games. Hey, how you doing? Hey,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I think it may be the logo in the background looks like a baseball diamond, right? This logo here.
So
It looks like a good
to,
T-shirt.
Go right up there.
Uh-huh.
Unless it's something deeper and more. Okay, no, you gonna be all right?
Hold my spot, yeah.
All right,
Like I said,
I'm gonna hold this spot.
I'm 3 deep already, all right? So,
You'll be all right. Look, immediately to the left and right down the steps, and say hi to everybody for me.
Yeah.
Man, that's the Candela.
But yeah, I was saying this looks like a baseball diamond. It probably gives you or guitar pick,
I love
Yeah,
it,
but
man.
it looks like a guitar pick.
So it's and it was I wanted to give each brand, each blend their own little pop. I do love our boxes. The Edition 35 for the Toros and the Gringo. But I wanted to have one, I wanted a theme to be similar, but then have enough differences where it does. Yep, there you go.
So this
oh.
actually is a clock that was
Yeah.
done by our good friend Adam Collins. So
I got mine too. Look, the
I
bones.
mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful use of this box, and the artwork is absolutely really on point. I love it. I mean, to me,
And the inside artwork too. My grandfather. This picture here, right? I mean, it's fantastic and it's great. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a common theme amongst the brands, amongst the blends, but then have the colors to make them different. Something to kind of set them apart. So when you do see them like this, they all have the same theme. They all have the same artwork, but they all pop differently because of the blends.
see, this is the similarity today. You got a beautiful woman doing a lot of your stuff behind the camera. That's Jennifer saying,
Yeah,
Red
Jennifer.
Thompson
Yeah.
style. And we have and also a beautiful woman also giving us a hand today. Man, I'm telling you, we just shot a new level. And we're probably not going to be able to do this again. I can tell you this.
Holy shit, Duncan! You need to be alone.
I think if Allie was on this side, we definitely have. Oh, look at that! Come on in here! Come on! This is.
There you go. Your viewership just jumped up.
Thank God, because we needed this. So, Allie, every now and then you do smoke a cigar with Seamus, right? Every now and then. Okay. But you bartend.
I do.
How long have you bartended?
Close to 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is that and I'm not just, again, Kerry, forgive me, she's better looking than you. So is that something that...
No problem, Duncan. You want to put me back in the green room?
No, but you also, you studied something else, though.
Oh, Jesus. That's
Get
it.
a room, for God's sakes.
The viewers are dropping.
Yeah, there you go. So, what did you go to school, I guess, for? What is it you...
Oh, I have a bachelor's degree in nursing.
Wow.
Oh, shit, she's smart. as
So, brains, toughness, handles herself in a bar, and she's got Agent 47 as her boyfriend. I'll tell you what, man. That's awesome.
That's a great combo.
Well, we just wanted to introduce everybody to Allie,
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Where you going?
We were trying to get the viewers up.
Mission accomplished.
Michael Carter, what's going on?
60 back down to 2. All right.
There we go. Now back to normal.
What's going on, Michael? All the best to you, man. Merry Christmas. Michael Carter is also one of our big supporters here. One of the best guys. Former sheriff, just like you, Kevin. I mean, he did that. I don't even remember how many years he did, but he was on it deep, and he said, "I'm done. I'm out." You had to get shot to get out.
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's a heck of
Sounds like a gang
way
out
out.
the police department.
Yeah.
One way out of this.
You know how I got out? I got shot. There you go.
Malibu's most wanted.
So the artwork also. You mentioned something. The inside, and I know what the inside is.
To me?
Well, yeah.
You talking to me?
Back to you, man.
Okay.
The inside picture. That's your grandfather.
Yes, my
One
grandfather.
of that really beautiful. What kind of car is that? Because you know cars.
Oh gosh, I can't remember. My dad and I have
Yeah,
gone
it's
through
probably
that.
a Buick or a Chevy. I haven't seen the picture.
No, I think it's a. I can't remember if it's a Packer. But my dad and I went back and forth with it. Yeah, it's like I think
Grandpa
the.
was also a smoker.
Yeah. That's from 1938.
Wow, that's real like gangster land right there, man.
Yeah.
And the map that it's placed on top of is a map of Greenville from 1938.
By the way, Michael Carter says, speaking of
Not that you
gangster,
care.
Seamus is dressed nicely. Lord bless.
Play
There you go.
the game.
But I love that one too. So you picked up a map of what Greenville used to look like as well.
1938. Yep.
Wow, man. It's like everything you've done around your brand building. It really speaks about your family, about your love, your passion. Dude, are you just putting everything out there for everybody? I mean, are you going to hold anything back for 2021?
No.
I mean,
it's as you know, Duncan, you and I have known each other a long time, and you've known me before I started doing the Stogie Road cigars, and all the theme is really based off of traveling, because I traveled so much, and I do love traveling. An homage to my family, whether it's my brother, my dad, my grandfather. You know, even the Edition 35. I mean, that's just an homage to my full family, my dad,
Wow.
mom, brother, sister. I mean, everybody. And in 2020, I mean, look, I mean, I think everybody was kind of dealt a blow that we weren't ready for. You know,
I
it
agree.
really it really hamstringed everybody, and we were lucky enough to be able to grow, you know, from 2019 to 2020. I
We
mean,
got that blessing again,
we
man.
introduced some new blends to the market. You know, the sales, you know, and the distribution went up. We were really blessed and lucky. I mean, I think people still wanted cigars. They still had to get cigars. It's just that we had to find, you know, the online way to get it, because everything's online. You could get, you know, I mean, it just really turned into that. We were downtown Greenville last night, and I was just amazed by how many shops were closed.
Wow.
So
There's a couple of numbers real quick, and correct me if I'm wrong. You are in about a dozen states right now, give or take, I think, and you've got, I don't even know how many, 60, 80, or something like that accounts on. And for a brand that, in essence, you are still in the infancy stages.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
only 2
yeah.
years.
Doing everything it could to keep that from happening.
But interesting enough, it's funny. Kerry took it because they were saying at one point the minimum that the FDA required was that you had to be in 3 states, possibly.
3 states, 10 stores, and
Minimum. And
you know,
by the time that came out, he was already in over 10 states, and he had at that time almost 40 some odd accounts set up. you were ready to rock and roll, whatever came down the pipeline.
well, you know what I mean. Listen, if anybody, you know, claims that they, you know, they do this and have any success on their own, they're crazy. I mean, with my traveling, I've met a lot of shops, a lot of great people, and when we came out to cigars, they were so excited and willing to take a chance and bring us in. You know, and that's one of the things that really kind of set the stage for this was the relationships that I was able to build, and the trust and the friendships I was able to build, and really working with some fantastic people in multiple shops. I mean, we've been really blessed in that area.
And you're
to be honest
also
with you.
international. Let's get that out there. You are an international brand.
Yeah, we're in a couple of countries. Gabby introduced me to a few folks, and I just actually was getting emails that we were part of the cigar club in Bahrain this week. I sent a video.
Dude, that's that big Middle Eastern money, baby, right there. I'm telling you that.
I sent a video over for them to celebrate, you know, their show in New Zealand. So, like I said, I mean,
New Zealand. You're in New Zealand also. Let's get that clear.
And
you're in New Zealand. Wow.
And I mean, and again, I mean, that's something that working with Gabby and those international places. It opens up a lot of doors, you know, to be able to have your products, outside the U.S. So,
I love that, man.
and and guys like you, Duncan. I mean, listen, you've been a huge advocate for the brand since its inception. You've received samples, and I've asked your opinion and feedback on things. So, at the end of the day, it's really a number of people and teamwork and just good and having that love and support that helps. I know I speak for myself, helped our brand, but at the end of the day, nothing replaces hard work, determination, and being genuine. You can have a product like that, but if you don't have genuine good relationships and friendships with people, you're not going to be able to be sustainable. So
I agree wholeheartedly, and not because of anything, because you're here, but you hit every single one of the points that I think is necessary to bring forth a real cigar out. To me, I'm a believer that a cigar is so much more than just something that, hey, I got my ring on it and boom, done.
Tell the story.
Even with what we got going on with our Doña Noli brand, I'm still not done yet. I have yet to put
Yeah.
the ring on the cigar. I have the packaging on the the outside, but until the day comes that I know I'm 100%, this is the one, we finally got there, and
Yeah.
we're already well over a year and a half, almost 2 years in trying to nail it. You went at it the right way from day one. Let me get involved with the right people. Let me experiment. Let me taste. That's not the one. Let me go back to it. Let me do the right artwork. Everything that you have done so far has been from the
Well, I
ground
appreciate
up,
that.
blood, sweat, and tears, and it's
And
done
each-
the right way.
And each blend tells a story. I mean, that's the other thing I really wanted to be able to do and produce, and I think we hit the mark on is every blend tells a story, so you understand and you can take the journey on, enjoy the story. We did cedar sleeves, and I like you, Duncan. I mean, there's
Not
been
spliffs, right? Not splits.
spliffs. But what happened was, there's a couple of different concepts and ideas that have been toyed with and messed with when it comes to a cigar band. And I got to be honest with you, there's a few that I really, really like, but none that I completely could say I fell in love with, right? Because
And when it
when you make that
happens,
commitment, I mean, it's a big investment when you do decide to take that leap with cigar bands. It's not like you say, hey, I have 100 cigar bands. I mean, you got to order in bulk, but when you do that, you got to make sure that it's the one.
Absolutely.
In my opinion,
well,
in my opinion.
whatever you put on it, it's, let's say you're not there, but if you are 6-7 states away, that when people open that box and they look inside, they're like, wow, there's something here. The image inside the box, building on the one on the outside, taking out that cigar,
Yeah.
the barber pole concept, the actual, just even it's simple, going with a cedar sleeve. To me, simplicity sometimes trumps all the other extra fluff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've always said that, you've heard me say this, I've never seen anybody smoke a box. I see people smoking cigars.
Right.
I don't know
I
how
mean,
quick it is.
and everybody likes a cigar, cigar band. I mean, they do. I mean, it's, you like to be able to take it off and remember it. So I never once have ever failed to see the importance when it comes to marketing, remembrance, the whole 9 yards of a cigar band. I just really haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, I mean, I had some cigar band concepts drawn up, and I looked at them like, I really like this, but I don't know. For me, it still hasn't been that wow factor yet. It still hasn't been that factor of me saying, yep, this makes sense. Because there's a lot of
one. It's not the one.
And I'll tell you what, I've seen some of the just recently, picking up some of these cigar bands. You could see a lot of folks are going back to the basics and really not doing the raised areas in the foil. A lot of people are just going back to the basics and keeping it very, very simple. And I don't want to go in that direction, because I think these cigars do warrant a band that's going to kind of complement the cigar. And Duncan, you and I talked about this a while back. And this is my own personal weirdo thing. For some reason, cigar bands on a
You're in good company. We're all weirdos here.
Yeah, well, cigar bands on a barber pole, for some reason, and for me, I always thought it broke up the flow of the cigar.
I agree.
And I don't know why. That's why I like the cedar sleeves, because I think it kind of, the top's peeking out. You can see the barber pole. Then when you unsleeve it, it kind of gives that effect like it's a barber pole, and it reveals the barber pole cigar. For some reason, the band, it was always something that was kind of an eyesore, if you will, and you couldn't appreciate the sleek sexiness of the barber pole cigar.
1 second. The chair recognizes the young socialist to my right. Go ahead. What's up?
Do you know where the red and blue band on the actual barber pole out front of the shop came from?
Yes.
I don't.
So, hang on, before you say anything.
Because I'm telling you, he had no friends as a kid. Go ahead.
I heard this one before, but I don't remember where it came from.
All right, Kerry, correct me if I'm wrong, but barbers way back in the day, 1800s, maybe a little before,
We're also like doctors too.
they would do bloodletting, which they would either attach leeches to you or they would cut you to get the bad blood out of your body,
Good
and they
stuff.
would do dentistry.
Ah,
So they would wrap the red The band, I was gonna say cloth, but the bandages that were red with blood to dry on the pole out in front of their shop.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, to signify that they did bloodletting.
Nice.
Yep.
Because that was before they allowed doctors to do that.
Yeah, barbers were one-stop shopping back in the day.
Now I'm telling you, man. I know what
Head of the Nerdbirds Army.
Yeah,
I got it.
Wow. By the way, Bugsy Siegel apparently is watching, the real one. Bugsy Siegel is watching. Yanni Morera, look, Bugsy Siegel. That's what it says right there.
Yeah. You are correct on that.
3 times in the face.
Yeah,
They found his eyeball across the room.
who got shot?
Bugsy Siegel.
Oh, okay, yeah, him too.
The
Him
old
too.
gangster.
Oh, the old gangster. Wow, man, these
The original.
Gangster.
you guys are like insanely filled with tons of information that whatever. I know what your dad used to do. His dad used to make him read the encyclopedia randomly. Hey, here you go. Read this.
That was when I didn't have homework. I'd come home and my dad would be like, "What's for homework?" And I said, "I don't have any homework, Dad." He'd go grab an encyclopedia. So
Well, it's not bad. I mean,
I'd grab one of the encyclopedias. He would open it up and he'd go, "Okay, I'll go write a report on this," and then would pick something randomly out of the encyclopedia. I'd have to go in my room and write a report on it and come back and he would grade it.
I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. Pretty much I'll drink to anything as of late. So
is there any left in your flask? Or
There is. No, I haven't finished it yet.
keep it simple. I'm just little sips, little sips.
I've just never seen you drink this much. I'm a little taken back.
The problem is that I'm sipping and I'm home. So there may be a lot more.
That's not necessarily a bad
No,
problem.
there may be more in the foreseeable
You better
future.
take it easy. You got a long walk to the bedroom.
I tell you what.
Duncan, I may rename the Big Tony to the Encyclopedia Britannica in honor of my father and the cruel and unusual punishment that has allowed me to excel at games like Trivial Pursuit.
I am horrible at that.
I used to love playing that game.
Trivial Pursuit.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I would lose like 3 questions in. I'd be like, oh, I give up.
I used to kill it back in.
Backgammon. That's like a gentleman's game. Nobody even plays that anymore, dude. Like, apparently you do. I'm decent at chess. Decent.
I suck at chess.
I'm good at checkers.
I played it once. I lost, and I said, okay, I'm good. There you go.
Alan,
That's all I needed.
does he?
What?
Suck at chess.
Just never played chess.
Kevin, are you a board game man and an enthusiast? Oh, look at that. Kevin was doing this thing. No, it's a play on words.
You are correct.
Kevin, you're so bad. Kevin uses, wordplay, and that's wrong.
We gotta talk afterwards.
That's a
You're right.
respectable lady over there, Kevin. That's a respectable lady. What the hell is wrong with you? So, Kevin, are you a board game man at all? I mean, growing up, what'd you do? No.
I was mainly in sports. Big time.
Sports.
Did you
Yeah.
ever visit the original shop, or you weren't
Yes.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He was in the original style. Probably I was coming in there about 6 months or a little more,
And then we shifted.
and then everything went sideways. And then,
Yeah. COVID.
Thanks, Roy
COVID.
Cooper.
It's okay.
Yeah.
COVID. It's all right. Were you a board guy? You said that you played.
I played some board games here and there. I hate Monopoly.
Oh, I was gonna say my thing was Monopoly, man. I used to steal money
I was
left
always
and
the
right.
race car.
I would steal money left
Yeah, I
and
mean, that
right.
was me too, but I mean, I would halfway through.
Is it uber delicate to say that I like the little doggy? I played the little
No,
dog.
no.
That was
Scottish
me.
Terrier.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, again, Scotch. So there we go. Now we all have our games that we have divulged out here. 2021, Kerry. What's happening? What are you gonna do? What's the plans for Stogie Road Cigars? By the way,
Well,
John.
thanks for asking, Duncan. I play chess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Kerry. What board games other than anything Star Wars related?
I'm always bored.
Probably
I'm
fucking
always
4D
bored.
chess or whatever the fuck.
You know.
No, actually, growing up, as we played not a lot of we goofed around, did whatever, Scrabble and stuff. But the one game that always stood out in my mind, I played all the time with my grandmother, was Parcheesi. Thanks for listening.
Parcheesi. Oh,
Yeah, I remember that game.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what. Don't ever play my mother Parcheesi.
Parcheesi. I played with my grandmother, and I played chess a lot when I was younger,
My mom is a
and
dick.
Dungeons and Dragons.
You were D&D? Oh my!
I played it once or twice.
You guys are nerds.
I was a huge nerd, man.
I played it once or twice, but I had more fun. playing
Really?
it.
God, I used to beat up on the D&D nerds. Like literally, I would walk into the library and throw their books on the floor, mess up their board game.
Ah, nerds.
I was like, "Hey man, you can't do that." I go, "Why not? I'm nastier and meaner than you."
You see, Duncan, it was guys like you
But I love D&D.
that I used to stick up for the nerds once I got bigger, because I was once a little nerd with a pocket protector who played D&D.
I got a true story, and this was actually a turning point in school for me, because I always say, I was a bit of a bully, and I've always said, and I took a guy to stand up to me, and man, when I swung and I hit him, he did like that what do you call it, Terminator? He gets hit and he just comes right back, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be.
If he was a good boxer, he would have dodged it.
But man, we went at it. He whooped the crap out of me, dude.
Yeah.
We didn't even become friends afterwards. I just want to get at him again. But I'll tell you what, I learned a lesson. I said, you know what? Maybe I need to just tone it down, be a little bit nicer, not pick on the the nerds or anybody that much.
I fought almost all of my friends.
Well, we haven't fought yet.
I said almost.
Because I would run. If I see you coming, I'm running.
Yeah, me and Nagi was my sparring partner when I was boxing.
You did tell me that. Nagi, baby, beautiful, a year ago now? No, not a year yet. No.
Like 6 months. Maybe?
6 months, maybe.
No.
Yeah, I saw that you guys were chatting. He's looking for cigars and whatnot. This is a kid. I love what he said. He says, "I want to support and keep the money locally, and I want to keep that cycle of support for all the local businesses going." That's awesome what he said.
Support local. Everybody watch it. Tell your friends support local now more than ever.
Yep.
100%.
And I considered, even though Kerry is now a multi-state brand and also an international brand, I still consider him very local, because you visit a lot of the local shop. We're talking about Boda Pipes, but
Yeah.
right up the street.
Huge supporters, yeah.
There's Cardick's place, Boiling Springs,
Boiling Springs, yeah.
Pete Lee's shop. I mean, you are all.
No, we're not a Pete's. We're not a Pete's place. I mean, in this area, I wanted to get it, have my brand in one area, in different areas of the county. So
what's the home base shop? Is it Boda?
Boda, yeah,
Nice,
Boda's a big, very loyal, huge supporter of the brand. And they're great guys too. I mean, they just are.
Is
But
Boda Pipes coffee only, or do they?
no, Boda's their new shop now. They opened up. They have a full bar. They have food.
wow.
They have everything. Yeah, it's their new location is. I was just actually there. Over on Sunday, I met Daryl Iverson from Lit Premium Cigar Experiences. He and I sat down and had a cigar together and hung out. And
You want to talk about a great reviewer.
they have a full bar there, man. It's fantastic. But
Is that like full liquor?
yep,
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
It's usually
Liquor.
what full bar means.
Well, or full bar,
full bar,
Full
like
bar.
full bar.
Fucked up beyond all recognition.
Yeah, they have a lot of beers on taps. They got different cans. They got a full bar. They got food. You got to serve food to have the full bar.
Nice. So he's not private. Is that concept down there something that you guys? Because South Carolina is not regulated by ABC, right?
No.
No, we don't have the whole. You have to have a private club thing. You know what I mean?
Good.
It's
That's stupid.
not like North Carolina where you got to pay $5, membership and stuff, so on and so forth.
I visited. I was stationed in California for a little while.
29 Palms. Wonderful area, fantastic.
I got a pain, right. You said 29 Palms, and I was like, oh.
It's
Everybody goes.
beautiful. It's been great weather out there. A little warm though. A little warm.
But there and I think in Chicago, you can sell whiskey in a regular store, like a gas station.
Well, in Miami it's the same way. In Florida it's the same way. Yeah,
So there's a few places where you can just go to the store and pick up whiskey.
it's Pennsylvania like that? Because Kerry,
No.
Pennsylvania, no?
No, actually, Pennsylvania has state liquor stores, so
Oh,
they're actually run by the
okay.
state.
Oh, God.
Here in South Carolina, they have beer and wine in grocery stores and convenience
Maryland?
stores, and then
Is
they
that,
actually have liquor stores.
How's Maryland, Mike?
Maryland has liquor stores. You can't buy
Yeah.
in a gas station, but you walk into a liquor store, they got anything from beer, wine, alcohol, everything.
Nice.
Maryland.
And usually,
Nice.
it's drive-through.
Nice.
You roll up, tell them what you want, they give it to you, pay for it, done.
Well, it's funny. In Florida, they have, I don't know if we're coming up on that. I think we already passed the hour mark.
Yeah, we did.
Alex.
15 pence. Well, 10 pence.
Yeah, we'll wrap up in just a few. I know you guys got stuff to do. But in Florida, there's two ways you can get the liquor license. One is in this lottery. You sort of put your application in, and whenever you get it, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You can buy an existing liquor license from someone who's been operational. When you're a cigar shop and you're lucky to have bought that license or gotten that license, hey man, fantastic. But there's a lot of guys that what they do is sort of like what we used to do in the old shop. They had about maybe 10, 12 different bottles and a big old tip jar. So they said, hey man, we're not gonna serve you. Just tell what you want. There's a little woman, whatever, or guy behind the counter or anything like that who is the cigar tender. So the cigar person will give you, a shot, and you just put in a suggested tip of like $5 or $6. But they clearly have to say suggested tip, and that's a little side hustle, which in some cigar shops in South Florida, it works great. I mean, you walk in, it's a little place. They got maybe 6, 7, maybe a dozen bottles. Someone serves you a nice little libation. You put in $5, $6. You're good to go, man. That's but Florida is a little. Well, Florida's Florida. Florida's weird. I mean,
Hey,
we're from Florida. It's weird. I mean,
it's the armpit of the United States. What do you want?
well, hey, on behalf of all Floridians, thanks, Mike. You go back to Maryland,
That's funny.
But wow, man,
Texas.
Texas.
Did you see what Texas is doing as far as like the COVID shot and all that?
Seceding from the union?
They keep trying that every year. So.
Oh man. So
Is California going to secede? Please, can we get rid of that fucking state?
I don't know, man. I think the Chinese are looking to buy California,
No,
possibly.
they're in Canada.
But so Kerry, I'm going back to it, man. 2021. Are you excited about 2021?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all got to kind of just realize that we're gonna have some. We're gonna still I think we're all just happy to put 2020 in the rearview mirror, right?
Oh, dude, yeah.
But
Probably run right over it.
Put it in the rearview mirror and then put it in reverse.
But I think you need to be keep your expectations realistic. That that first quarter of Q1, your first quarter of 2021 is still going to be a little rough. I mean,
I agree.
The numbers are still trending up, and then obviously we got a vaccine. We have 2 vaccines now. They're factoring them into play. So I think things will start leveling out sometime in February, and then start dropping. So I'm looking forward to 2021. I think the first quarter for everyone's going to be a rocky road. I mean, listen, what Duncan, better than anybody. What's the first quarter like, for cigar sales?
Oh, dude. First of all, we go into every year from December the 23rd straight through second week in January. There's nothing going on because the industry basically almost shuts down for that time frame.
New Year,
for all that stuff.
Right.
And then by the time it amps up again, you're already deep into February, and possibly March is where you begin to see a few. Hey, got some good numbers there, but you're not going to be in anything until like April or somewhere there.
So naturally, the industry dips at that point in time.
Yep.
And this, whether or not this COVID issue is going to cause that dip to either be a bigger dip or actually extend that dip out farther is yet to be seen, because we are obviously, people are finding ways to get cigars, but I think once we kind of clear those first couple of months, I really do see us, if we can get back to some normalcy, those numbers climbing. So I'm looking forward to 2021. I'm looking forward to having the, with the release of the Sandela and the Big Tony at the end of 2020, and them taking off in 2021, and having, in my opinion, I think a very well balanced, complete portfolio that gives you a cigar, like the Sweetgrass Gringo, that is more mild to medium. You got the Edition 35, which is more of a solid medium. The Sandela is more of a medium to full-bodied. It's got some crazy great flavors, and then you got the Big Tony and the more of the full-bodied. So we're we do cover all spectrums.
And just something completely a little slightly different. A lot of us we've been hearing about your experience and now what you're doing in cigars, but some folks may not know that you work within an offshoot or an off branch of the medical industry.
Yes.
You work in medical clinical trials. So
Clinical trials.
yeah, when you talk about that, you come from a little bit of understanding that the impact of COVID, possibly, that how it'll translate into your industry, and you're able to balance out, say, well, as tough as this may be going to be, you're already targeting when your uprise is going to happen, because you also know a little bit of an inside, there's these things going on right now, great, fantastic, so I'm going to target beyond first quarter.
Yeah, I wouldn't say inside. I just, with dealing with clinical trials and multiple disease states and so on and so forth, one of the things that we do look at just in general, it doesn't matter if you're a cigar shop owner, a cigar brand owner, or a restaurateur or whatever, COVID's going to impact your business. How many people can come in? Are you going to close down? Are you on a pause? Are you on this? Are you on that? What is your state doing? So, I keep a watchful eye on COVID numbers globally, just not in the U.S., but I also keep an eye on the COVID numbers, their trends, what, actuals versus trends, factoring in mask wearing, no mask wearing, factoring in now with the vaccine coming out, other areas will factor in restrictions. So you're not only looking at a trend of where we were, where we are, but they're also using that to see and predict where we're going. So I watch those numbers at least a couple times a week, at least once a week, to see if there's any movement, any changes in them.
Well, dude, that's again talking from good experience, and you've been able to also apply that a little bit towards what you're doing, and that's a wonderful thing. I made the decision, and I've been mentioning this for the past few weeks. We have, as of last Friday, we basically shut down the physical location for these next few weeks. Our concept and our goal and our idea is to transition better into a full online concept. We've looked at sales in relations to the physical location as opposed to what the online is doing for us. Yeah. We have seen a better balance and actually a slight rise on one as opposed to the other. So as a businessman, I also have to look at that and say, well, what can I possibly do to continue providing and helping out and taking care of my customer base? And today I had 2 deliveries. I went and did a local delivery here in Statesville, and then I went all the way down to Huntersville. Great. I went to visit also a location which I hope that they are not closed. This is a client of mine. I had called them. They did not reply. I texted, no reply, and I was in the general area, so I stopped in. And what scared me was that the business next door to them was shut down, and they were shut down. But I looked inside. I mean, everything was just pitch black. The furniture was there, but I still have not been able to reach them. I hope and pray. I'm not going to mention the name, but I hope and pray that they are doing well. I'm going to make a more concerted effort tomorrow to make sure that I talk to one of the owners. I love these guys. They just opened up 6-7 months ago. And what a hit if you have to close. But it's tough everywhere. It's tough now. And every business owner right now is really looking at every detail where they can, you
have to
shave off expenses.
You have to. You got to look at your overhead. You got to see what's fixed, what's negotiable, what's not negotiable. I mean, everything is you're tallying up and counting, and even in your own home, what's necessary and what's not necessary. So
absolutely, man. I need this. This is necessary right here. This is necessary. These guys, this beautiful woman right here. These are all necessary. Whether they're here every week or not, they are supremely necessary. Over the video camera, I've said this before to everybody. Kerry, Horney, and I, we go back 6 years almost. That's my best friend, my brother from another mother. These guys right here, these 3 individuals. Now Allie is a sweet little sister. But these 3 guys here, Kerry, they are exactly what support is, what business building is, what friendship, what family is all about. Our goal this year is also to take Los Tres Maduros, the entity as a separate thing and
Mhm.
hopefully develop something a little bit better, a little bit more fun, a little bit more interactive as well. There will be merchandise coming along those same lines. We are officially $1.51 on our
Hell yeah.
podcast. Yes.
Congratulations.
We did that.
Dude, do not spend that all in one place, please.
I don't even think you can get a soda for that.
No, not even. But Kevin, real quick to you, man. I'm glad that you are out of the hospital.
All of us are.
What time frame did they give you so that you can be back at full throttle again, my man?
Probably another 2 weeks. It'll be sometime after the first of the year. So
Comfortably a month that you can say now I can have maybe a good smoke.
yeah, I'll have to moderate. So won't be like I was before, about 7 a week or something like that. But
So you're not going to be smoking any Churchills anytime soon.
no,
Okay.
probably not.
Bummer.
Little Robustos here and there. Just give it, okay, quick. That's all. Well, first and foremost, health and safety above all else. I'm sure you got
No.
checked and prodded up to the dingies. So
I can see the bruises on his arm.
yeah, he is pretty bruised up.
Yeah.
And you got a bad one. You said also where they did that stint
Yeah,
thing.
they've done the stint down here in the groin area, and
That's standard.
it's
Wow.
purple and purple, black, blue, green, everything. Since that.
Well, man, Kerry, anything before we wrap up? Anything you want to leave us with? Any
No, man.
anything else, man?
No, I appreciate you guys having me on. I mean, the new blends and everything will be available in 2021, so we're excited to about that. And just stay tuned on where they'll be available. And again, thank you guys for all the love and support. And you all have a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. It's always good hopping on and hang out with you guys for a little bit.
We definitely appreciate.
Hopefully soon we'll be able to get together and do something live. That's always a makes it all that much better to be able to do something like that. Maybe if you could squeeze me in there. There's a lot of freaking meat there, bro. I don't know.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna say it like this: we started out with a camera as far back as I could get it, and the damn thing. I was like, oh Lord, this is just not. So we had to switch out to the cheaper camera that has a wider lens, and I said, well, let's wing it, see what happens.
I show up. You're gonna have to put the camera on the front porch.
Again, the fisheye lens will work wonders.
I know, right? We'll look like a Beastie Boys video.
Oh my God. Kevin, anything you want to leave us with tonight, my brother?
No, I am just so glad to be out of the hospital and out of my house and being with great
Yes.
and people. Y'all are some of the greatest people I know, and I am privileged to call y'all friends.
Absolutely, my man. The same right back to us. Mikey, anything for the families and children back home that you want to send to? Or not, I'm just saying, whatever.
No, just have a safe holiday.
Safe holiday. Young man, what's going on? Anything you want to leave out to everybody out there?
2 things.
Of course, there will be just like 2 things. I got this. It's in parts, and it's A to Z. Go ahead.
Dude,
May your house be free from rent. May the wind always blow at your back. May your days be as long as a period on Paddington in his boat.
It's the Irish
Yeah, I
prayer.
fucked it up. May you be half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead. Second thing. What size is the Big Tony going to be in?
right now, the Big Tony is available in a 6x50 box press.
That's beautiful. That's
Awesome.
good. I know you got asking because I know you do enjoy some of the bigger sizes as well. But he's a truck driver also, so classic truck driver. They love the bigger sizes. Nothing wrong with that.
And I've always been. I have the Toro, so that's something we're looking at 2020 as well. And my vision, my long-term vision is eventually to have do what we did with the Edition 35 and do a seasonal Lancero, a short run of Lanceros. So, but right now, the 6x50 box press, and then more to come. Stay tuned.
Dude, that's awesome. Something to look forward to. That's on my end. I'm gonna reiterate what the guys said. Stay safe through the holidays. Have a wonderful, very, very Merry Christmas. We still got we got a few more shows before we wrap up the year. So we're going to try to do something a little bit more fun as well. Next Wednesday, we're having the main man himself, because those who smoke, they smoke GTO. Oscar Rodriguez is going to be joining us live on little video camera like that, like you're doing right there, man. I spoke to him yesterday. He's super duper
That's
excited
big
about
time, man. Those who know smoke GTO.
I'll tell you what, man. I love Oscar.
He's a good guy.
He's a chunk of gold, man, when it comes to good guys, and he makes great cigars. Mike just ordered some cigars from him as well.
Yeah.
Super duper excited about that. Oscar Rodriguez next Wednesday with us.
Now that's the dude who'll give you like the real deal, Holyfield real time COVID stuff.
Again, a doctor, deep
He's
in
an emergency room doctor, ICU doctor. I mean, he's traveled to multiple states, Air
the lead
Force,
surgical
multiple
specialist.
multiple hospitals.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, multiple hospitals in multiple states. The guy definitely, he's got his finger on the pulse of what's going on in the field. Not projections, not predictions, not trends. I mean, he knows exactly
He
what's
tells
up.
you like it is.
Yeah.
Miss Sally, I am going to need a favor. When we do the rubber, over there it'll say to go off. You hit it once, and then it says it again, and you hit it. She's got. But tell you, back production people are the best. I need this every day. I'm not going to get it though. Guys, lady, everybody, thank you so very much. Everybody that's
Thanks for
jumped
having me on,
on
guys.
board. Super excited. Kerry Horney.
It's always good seeing you guys.
Cigars, man. I'm telling you, it's the Barber Pole King with us today. Like we said to everybody, smoke well because we do. Hit it, Allie. Take it easy, Kerry.